Morning, day 4 at Barrisdale Boffin campsite. A lot more murkier, no sunshine today. Couldn't talk much last night. After I showed you the campsite and us being all alone, about 10 hikers turned out and then another 3. It was a busy campsite and a noisy campsite. And now I realise why I don't like campsites. I like to be on my own, nice and peaceful. But this end of, or this area of Knoydart is very busy with people doing the Munros and people doing Cape Wrath, and also people doing charity hikes, a lot of charity hikes. Look at the cloud out there. So, love it, but just too busy for me. I waited till everyone went and then we backed up. Temperatures dropped right down. I'd say it's about 15, 16 degrees. Nice, cool, just what we wanted. Did rain this morning, early. I think it was mist though, more than rain. A very light mist. But it's supposed to change late this afternoon, so we'll be moving on soon. There's Barrisdale Bay. I haven't shown you much of that because it's all fenced off around here. Now look how peaceful and quiet it is. Dogs are inside the buffet. Tent's brilliant. All the midges are dying. I don't know why. Is that because of a temperature drop or something? Puzzling. Because there's hardly any breeze. But when I was packing up, there were millions of dead midges around my tent and inside my tent. You know, inside between the inner and the outer. Feel good, feel fresh. So we've got about 6.5 miles, but it's rugged, it's up and down. So it's going to be hard going again, but it's cooler. And we can take our time, I'm in no rush. Fed dogs. I don't really want to set off too early. Otherwise I'll be sitting at Kinloch Hourn for about an hour or 2. Because I want to drive during the evening when it's quiet on the roads. I don't want to be hitting Glasgow when it's getting busy. Right, not much really to tell you. Enjoyed the 4 days. New scenery as such because I do Glenpine so much. I'd come back again, but what I would probably do is would take the ferry so I could do further distance where it's more remote instead of walking the 6.5 miles over rough terrain just to get here. But well, I'd come again, but I wouldn't go to Inverie again. Not because there's anything wrong with Inverie, but there's not much there, to be honest. You know, it's the bay and that's it. I'd rather cut into some of these Munros, and I'd like to do it like late September or early September, sometime like when the midges are more or less dead. More views of the bay in the distance. You got great views when I was up on that slope. I think, if I look correctly, I was up there, dead centre on that ridge line, which bring you down. You see it's a perfect spot, wasn't it? Up high, not right high, but just on a nice ledge there. Right, I'm going to fish my coffee and get settled, have a short rest, and then we're going to shoot off. See you then. Before I do go, this is, I don't know what river this is, but it leads to the bay, but look how dry it is this season. This would be normally flowing quite steadily. I mean, look up there, it's hardly moving at all anymore. It is very dry around here. There's a better view of the bay. There's a breeze here. Right, I just thought I'd show you that. Didn't want to miss anything out while we're here. And that's the track you lead where we went. You come from the buffet there and the campsite over the bridge, follow left, follow the track, and I think you can see it in the distance going up the side of the hill. There you go. And that takes you up Barrisdale, which is the pass that leads to Inverary. And then when you go over the top of that at the summit, you'll see the loch in the far distance, and you'll follow that down the path alongside, and so on and so on. You saw in previous videos how we went. But just in case you want to do it and want to use it, there's no camping allowed anywhere else apart from the official campsite. That's because they want to respect the landscape, the wildlife and nesting birds. And plus, I don't think they want tents all over the place around here. You know, bright reds and yellows and all that. It defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Especially when that campsite's free. There's an honesty box and you can pay £5. I will be paying my £5, but I'm sure many don't. And I don't think anyone's going to come after you if you don't. But it's just nice to put something back, isn't it? Right, I am going now. 3 minutes past 10, we're moving off. Going to take it nice and steady. The weather's good at the moment, so might as well use it, mightn't we? There's the AG65. I've been using an Emo switchback mat for lying on with the aero, and that's worked out fine. Another piece cut off for a sit pad, and that's worked fine. The other thing is the slippers are worked perfectly, and the pack's been brilliant. So I'm well happy with it. It's heavy though. And yep, it's worked brilliant. I didn't sweat too much. I know if I'd had what you call it, the AK, I would have sweated. But anyway, we got to move off. Time to depart and leave this place. And look how peaceful it is. Right, we're pushing off. Goodbye, Barrisdale Buffet and campsite. No rubbish, we were pitched there, it's all spotless. Sweat buffet, gave it a wipe down, left my cash. That box was very empty, seeing that we've had about 20-30 people in the last 2 days that I've seen. So, I just don't understand it. It's £5 stop when you can use the buffet. Get out the shot, get out the sun, away from the midges. Well, £5, isn't it? But people are different. It's up to them what they do. I always put something back. You're taking a lot of enjoyment coming up these places. I've just been chatting to one of the workers here. I was chatting to the estate manager the other day, last night, and this morning he stopped by. Give the right impression, and they don't get the backs up, and it doesn't alienate it for everyone. Just show a little respect. Yeah, I know estate managers and the estate owners don't need the money. That's the principle in it. It helps. It keeps everyone happy. People start getting tired to not paying the money, then they'll just close it down and say, it's not everyone. Anyway, enough of that for now. Look at the views. So, going back to kits, yeah, as I was saying just a minute ago, AG50, AG65, yeah, I like it. A couple of changes from when I first had the earlier model. You can detach the lid before it used to be a flip over lid. It was with straps. Now it's with buckles and clips. So I love that. Because this one's used, I've got it second hand, it doesn't squeak. I haven't had one squeak out of this, and I've hiked all over the place, haven't I? So that's good. Didn't really sweat too much. I mean, I was sweating all over because of the heat, but not, you know, no terrible back sweat like you would have got with the AK. What was the other things I was testing? Hiking poles have been brilliant. Black Diamond Carbon FLZs. And the tent, wow. That Hilleberg and Arnest. You know, I'm practicing bagging up inside the tent because, you know, you're going to get times when the weather's bad. Every morning I've been bagging up because of midges inside the tent. I've got plenty of room to do it. That's for me, 2 dogs. You don't look it when you look inside, but when you're moving about in the way the dogs sleep, because it's more squarer, the dogs sleep sideways at the bottom and top. Whereas on a thinner tent, they'd sleep sideways, side by side. So, yeah, and we all slept together, and it's there's something nice about it, isn't there? It sounds a bit weird, but having your dogs close to you rather than in a tent where I push them normally to one side. I've had Stella dreaming and kicking me. Stella, come on. I've had Stella kicking in her dreams. Rebel lying his head on my toes, and his head, trust me, his weight weighs a ton when it's a dead weight when he's sleeping. But there's something nice about it, something close. Also keep you warm in the winter. But tent was brilliant. Only one thing, and I know it's been pointed out before in other reviews, the zippers on the door mesh are only one zip. It should be double zip. And Hilleberg will say it's to save weight. Come on, put a second zipper in. Have a 2-way zipper, because every time I was opening the mesh zips, I had to go all the way down and round to get something in and out, and by then some midges were getting in. A 2-way zipper, I could open a little hole, put my hand through and grab the item. So, and I don't think one extra zip on each side would kill anyone. So what I'm going to do is find a way to do it myself. Add one of these emergency zippers or something. See if I can get one in, so I can use it as a 2-way. The only negative, Rebel put his toenail through the mesh screen. But hey, that happens. Anyway, enough chatting. Give me a rundown of the kit, rundown of the area. And now we're making a way back to Kinloch Hourn. Better view of the bay. Very cloudy bay. Cool though. When I say cool, about 14, 15, nice, perfect. This is perfect hiking weather now. If it holds off on the rain till we get back, woof, what a result that would be. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? The sheep are running even though we've got a great big estuary between us. Weird. I'm looking back at the buffet. Right, from the bay, don't know what that hut is, it looks disrepair. The old building, we follow the track up now to get some height. It's not too bad, steep but not too bad. You too! they're going their own way. Yeah! I was worried about Stella yesterday, she looked worn out, but look at her, full of life again. It's a bit stiff maybe, but she's full of life. It's nice and cool, but the weather is breaking, getting sunnier, so might get warmer again. So I'm going to use the time. I'm taking photos as well. I missed out a lot of photoing. I was doing videoing and enjoying the sights, but when I came down I didn't take enough photos last time. So I'm taking photos on the way up. So we come up from there, where the track is. I follow along, but I'm taking the views in. It's such a lovely breeze. But the sun's starting to poke its head out. We come round from that corner there, along the track, along the lock, and we'll go down. It swings and goes round, and at one point it goes by that actual lock, and there's a drop off of a good 10-15 feet, which is really close. The track is like here and the drop off is there, so you've got to be very careful, especially with dogs. They're full of life today. I'm gonna have to take them back to Inverary and get back again. Whew. I'm not in a race. I want to get back. It's nearly 11 now. I want to get back about 1, half 1, sit in the car, have something to eat, get changed. I don't want to set off before 3. I don't want to be travelling too near Glasgow at rush hour. I might even leave it a bit later. I don't know. I might stop somewhere on the way back just to get a breather. Glencoe, something like that, if it's not completely rammed. Right, we're pushing down and by the lock, I think. I don't think we'll go over any tops yet. So we come down from there, cross our bridge, where we did get water on the way up, because I didn't know how far we had to go. I guess this runs really fast, and when the old rain starts, it's pretty slow now. So we've got flies all over me. Nice breeze, a few steps. Chatting to you and end up falling. This is what I'm saying. This is nothing. This is good with ferns, but it gets really bad where it's really overgrown. And if you look at the rocks, it's a hazard waiting to happen, isn't it? I mean, today it's dry, but imagine when it's wet. It'll be greasy, so be careful. But yeah, we sneaked through that gap there and got water down there. Right, pushing on through the jungle. As I say, it gets even worse than this, but tick heaven, innit? So we're leaving the bay as such behind. As we've come round the corner up the top there. You do a lot of these scrambling up and downs. Luckily there's a really good breeze and no midges. But when we came there was no breeze and there's quite a few midges, and also them ked flies. I call them the sticky flies, they just stick to you. They don't bite, they just love getting entangled in your hair, around your ears. Little sods. You take views. I don't know what's beyond, there could be a deer right over the top. Right, pushing on. See what I mean? Now we're down, going down. Hit that crest and going down. Rebel, please. And with a heavy load on your back, hot temperatures, and the midges, you'll struggle. It'll keep you going. A lot of Cape rafters use this, you know, because they're coming from Sowleys to Barrisdale to Kinloch Hourn and then to Shield Bridge sections. So this is what you're going to be up against. Ferns, ups and downs, kind of rubbly tracks. Safe, but you've got to watch where you put your feet and not video when you're doing it. So we're going down there. I think this is the bit where we go along the lock and it's really steep drop-offs. So I've got to be careful with the dogs when I get to that tree at the bottom there. So I'll film further up after we pass that bit because I won't stop. Just in case one of the dogs does something stupid. That way, start. The trail goes there, but right on the edge is a 10-15 foot drop, and you can't see it because the ferns are covering it, and it is crumbling. People have started going up this way. I missed that. Don't ask me how I missed that going up. So try and take that one and try and stick to the left as much as possible. There is a risky area around there that if you're not switched on, chatting to someone, you could easily fall. Right, easier stuff now. Oh, at the top there where we rested last time, I have a rest and get a drink because the dogs have been drinking, but I haven't. And that's what it is, just ferns, track, another up and down, but it's not hard. When the weather's like this, cool, a nice breeze, it's not bad at all. But if it was wet, you'd get soaked with the ferns, let alone with the rain. Look at it, it's just a jungle ahead, isn't it? And there is some parts where you actually might just have to crouch to get through. I was chatting to the estate manager and he says he needs to get some guys just to trim it back because due to COVID, it wasn't getting used so much. And when the ferns were young, they would get trampled down. But because of COVID, people weren't walking at that time of year. So the ferns are growing big. But he says to get guys to do it is a job and a half. So it's not on the high priority of the lists as such. I don't blame them. A long stretch to cut back. Right, see you at the top. There's that property called Runeville. I guess it's a holiday accommodation or something because there was kayakers down there the other day. It looks windowed and pretty decent state, so I guess it's used as a weekend location. Holiday makers. Whew. Getting warm. No breeze here. Breeze is hiding. Right, we're pushing up around. Hard work coming up this rock field. This miniature one, just all on the path. Feel like that tree. Still going up, and we'll go over the crest. I think we might be going down. You two, this way. We might be going down towards Kinloch Hourn then. Whew. Thank God for a breeze. Come from up there through the ferns and now look, we've got to go up there and along the top. Oh dear, dear, dear. I'm going to scream. Right, soon be there, he says. Now you see what I mean. We came over that one, it zigzags all the way down. Just before the lock, it comes all the way back up. And we're going up to that little mound up there. And then it's down. Oh, sorry, you didn't get to see the mound. Wow. Tell you one thing. It's a good job you can't smell me. For 2 days I've been going, what is that smell? Now I realise it's me. I've sweated that much. Wow. I bring emergency base layer. I should have put it on this morning. Oh well, I've got to change clothes at the car, thank God. Not too bad today because it's cooler and there is a wind, but it's still hard work. But I was just thinking, I was chatting to a couple that have just passed me about 10 minutes ago, and they were on Shield Ridge, somewhere past Shield Bridge or around that area. And they look seasoned hikers and they've been out 4 days like me, and they're doing a bit more. And they said the heat last couple of days, they said it was getting beyond fun. It was starting to get too much even for them. And that's what it's been the hot weather. We normally moan, us Brits, that it's not hot enough or whatever, but wow, we've had some hot weather. I mean, I've had 2.5 weeks, just about 2.5 weeks at home, and I've had another 3 days as such here. Remember this one. Right, got to push on up to that mound up there. Made it to the top. Now we go down there and it weaves and bobs. I'm hoping there's no more ups. I can't remember. I'm hoping not. I think we go around that corner and then we hit the orchard where the trees are all overgrown and you have to kind of stoop to get under. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I hope there's no more ups. Right, back breaker that one. Well, we got down that. No fun. No fun at all. Lot of steep steps, you know what I mean, because the ground's eroded, so you're jumping from one solid stone, you think, to another solid stone, or you're jumping from one mound to another mound because you can't stride it. And definite ankle breaker in the making if you're not careful. That's why poles come in handy. But the problem is it's so overgrown. This is not bad now, but your poles get stuck in the ferns, in the roots and stems, so you nearly get brought over by your poles. That's that run down one, isn't it? Yeah, I think we just follow around past that woodland and then round the corner and underneath that orchard as I was on about. Beautiful place, but so many people out on boats as well. Very popular place. They say there's seals here, but I've been looking, I haven't seen any. Maybe they're all kind of moved for this time of year, so I don't know anything about seals. Right, pushing on. Well, we've come round by the lock. We followed all the way along, down around that corner, and there's that orchard. We have to kind of crouch under. And then we'll be back in the car. My God. And the temperature's getting hot again. Thank God for a breeze again. But isn't it beautiful, eh? Tired. And this is the orchard, overgrown orchard. It gets worse some places, you have to crouch right down to get through it because it's arched over you. But we go through this, and it's just around the corner, turn right, and we'll be approaching the car park. Done it. Left round there, don't know what's he doing? Rebel! Oh, he's got the video short. Look what he's stuck in his leg, fishing hooks. But not 1, 6 with a lead weight. Just lying on the path here. He walked straight into it. I had to pull out his leg. Luckily it hadn't gone right in. And it's needle sharp. I walk all the Knoydart, 4 days, no injuries, and I nearly get that in my dog. That is really, really maddening for me. Lethal. Not just to my dog, to people and wildlife. I'm going to have to find somewhere to discard that where it's not going to cause any problems for anyone. Maddening. Finally made it. Back for 14:27. And I'm going to have a lukewarm bottle of Lucasade. Rebel, lie down. Oh dear, legs are stiff. As soon as you stop. Right, one resting dog, two resting dogs. Lie down, Stella. Lie down. Plats. Good girl. Then I can get change. Right, I want to show you this road before I do go for good. You've got to see this road, so just in case you want to use it in winter, I doubt you would because of ice, snow, fog, mist, heavy sleet, rain, you name it. And this road, I'm not going to show you all, it's 22 miles long, but I want to give you a kind of impression, a good idea of what you're going to be against. And they do, I've heard they have rock falls and flooding, so take that into account as well. There's no way you can get a camper van down here, I don't think. It's just too tight. You can see like the walls on me here, on the left. And there's a ditch, like, I don't know, it's just worn away. Once you get through the worst bit up here, then it's not too bad. There's potholes as well, by the way, and you could belly your car, so be careful. Because the middle of the road kind of rises up. But somewhere where you've got to keep your wits about you. It's like our Carcag, the road there, same kind of distance, 22, 23 miles. But this one is not up and down, this is more twisting. So, I just want you to get an impression of what this road is like. Because it's better to be forewarned. As I say, and don't forget, passing places, poof, I don't think there is any. I don't know what you do. So I'm praying no one's coming down on me now. Because look, you would literally, and the thing is, I can't see around the corner until I'm on it. So it's not like you can go as slow as you like, but if someone's coming down the other side fast, you've had it. And that's not over exaggerating it. Trust me, you could easily get slammed by someone. Here's a passing place, and look, you can't pass. There's hardly any room. You'd be off the edge. You've got to be very, very careful, you know. Oh, pothole, see, like that. I've got to stop, otherwise I'll wreck my car. You'll get home, but only in pieces. Look at this. Oh my God. When I was coming down the other day, it was like, oh, you're joking. Look, see how the centre rises up? So you could easily belly your axles or whatever, suspension parts. Great views though. But you can't look at them because you've got to keep your eyes on the road. Because like here, if someone comes round. So, I hope that gives you an idea. And I'm not saying all the road along here is like that, but there's a hell of a lot of bad points like that. And there's some bits where you hit a bridge where there's you can only have one vehicle on the bridge. But that's probably typical Scotland, isn't it? You know what I mean? Anyway, that is goodbye from us now. I just wanted to show you, to be fair, because anyone that comes up here will have to see it. Hope that helped anyway.